Welcome to the Happy Humanoids Perspective, where your beliefs are challenged, thoughts provoked, and where you may find your happy place whether you like it or not.
And here are your hosts, Edith and Miles. Woohoo!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show. We are 4 minutes off schedule. Darn it. What happened? So I am Miles, and this is episode 31. And I'm an Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator, and I'm joined here tonight with my lovely companion and wife.
Hello, everyone. My name is Edith Paul, and I'm an Access Consciousness Facilitator as well. Nice to be with you tonight.
Right on schedule.
Yeah.
So tonight our topic is refresh your living by spring cleaning your reality. Now that's a really interesting topic for me. Maybe there's ideas that you have about wanting to change something in your life, or maybe you've had lots of maybe coaching on what to do, and you maybe know how to do it, or maybe you don't know how to do it. And what if there's a way to kind of jumpstart getting the change that you desire without having to go into your head to try to figure it out and try to say the right thing or talk to the right person? What if there's something that you can do today that's going to really support you in creating the life that you desire? So that's what we're going to talk about today. It's spring cleaning your reality. So Edith, you want to start with something, or shall I continue?
We can continue.
Okay.
I'll follow. I'll continue after you.
Okay. So so we'll look at something that's pragmatic and easy to do that doesn't take a lot of effort, a lot of thoughts. So one thing for me is spring cleaning is a time when we clean out the old closet, the stuff and the clothes and whatever that we're not using. And we can use that in every aspect of our life in ways to have more freedom and more of what we desire. So spring is a time of, in the 5-element, it's a wood season. It's a time of spring. And
5 elements of what?
5-element of acupuncture.
Okay.
And it's a time of rejuvenation, time of growth. It's a time of expansion and having perspective. Wood is about having perspective. This is Access Consciousness, but I thought it might be interesting. And in that, if there's a lot of congestion in our lives, and there's a lot of stuff, whether it's material things or our thoughts about something or whatever that is, if there's a lot of congestion, it's really doesn't make it as easy to move forward and to create from a space of expansion and freedom and new birth and fresh start. And this is about what this podcast is about, is spring cleaning the old ideas, the old things that we have in the past that no longer work for us. So one way that I've noticed in the past when I've worked with people is maybe they have a cold or some congestion in their body, and I might suggest that they maybe clean out their closet or clean out their refrigerator. Which one thing that my mom never like to do. It's just getting rid of the things that are congesting you in your life, whether it shows up in your body or with your energy or with the way that you're maybe not creating as much as you desire. It's really just allowing all that stuff to go. So everywhere that you're holding on to something, everywhere that you're holding on to a future that you no longer desire, will you please destroy and uncreate all that times godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Do you desire to create more ease in your life? What if by clearing and cleaning your stuff at home, your environment could contribute? Would I contribute to your life by doing this? And for what reason would you spring clean your environment or your reality? Well, if you desire to create a new space, to work or to function from a new space, ask questions about that. What if you clean around you physically, as I said, your physical environment? Will that create more ease for you? Because everything that we have as energy. And if we have too much, guess what? Is the energy constipated where you live right now? Is the energy, does it flows freely? So yeah. So everything that is brought up will conquer it and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, there's something interesting that I've been going through recently is I've had these, I would consider myself in the past a book hoarder, not hoarder. I'm a book hoarder, used to be. And wouldn't be so much novels or whatever, it'd be reference books that I would look up in the future, or I think I might want, and I've just narrowed down my books over the years, and every so often it's like I get this sort of urge that I need to clear my palate. I just need to get focused. And one of the ways that I realized that I was holding myself back was the books that I had in my library that I was no longer requiring, and no longer even it's like this energy that it's like someday maybe I'll need this book as a reference, or maybe one day I'm gonna read this book. And it's like, no, I've been going through these books, and I'm getting down to like a really minimal amount of books, which is amazing to me. And the idea of holding on to something like it's going to create something in the future for you. Two things I want to say about this. One is there's this energy that's locked up in that reserve. Like I've reserved a portion of my energy to hold on to that book. There's a portion of my energy that I am reserving the future in this book. And what that does is it really makes more of a moving forward effort with me, because it's not an easy, open, free pathway. I've got all these other sort of material things that I've got my attention here, and they're over here, and this book over here, and it can be with everything that we have. I'm not saying to just clean out everything that you have and get rid of all your possessions, because there's a lot of things that we have that are a contribution to us. And so that's one thing that I think about is when I have these books, I now look at it as an entity. This energy source, this book, has the potential to contribute to my life, or it has the potential to pull energy from my attention and not create much at all. And maybe this book wants to go somewhere else. And so I asked the book, would you like to contribute to me now? Are you still a contribution to me, or would you rather go somewhere else? Or you can ask, which is a common question, is if I keep this book, what will my life be like in 5 years? If I move this book on to somebody else or somewhere else, what will my life be like in 5 years? And the sense of freedom that I felt over the last week has been amazing. It's like I haven't really been in a funk, but yet there's just level of energy that I want to play in, that I still had these other things that were just holding me just a little bit. I was just like, there's still something there that I would like to move on. And it's as simple as just asking the books, each individual book, do you want to stay with me, or do you want to move on? And then just be honest with myself and getting through all the points of view that I have about why this book should stay with me, or why it shouldn't. It's so valuable, or I really like this book, or so meaningful, or whatever. Just ask the question and just get a sense of what it is, how it can contribute to you in your life. So everywhere that are holding on to the past, and everywhere that we're not willing to be in the present moment and be true to ourselves about what we truly desire, will you please destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, fuck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I'm still in the reason to spring clean.
Yeah.
What if it's about honoring you, honoring who you are by doing this, by removing, because you moved. If you use access tools often, you are moving fast in your life in more rapid way than any other thing. Well, for me, it is the thing with Access. I move so much faster than with the other tool I had before Access. So yeah, so is it a way, to honor you, to choose for you what you desire as a future, to choose for you what kind of present you desire to create for you? Is it, and as you said, you have a great example with your books. It can create, when you remove that energy around you, you can create things faster, easier too, and better too, much easier. Because and it's the same with your thought. If you're not sure about in which direction you desire to go, if you don't know, if you have all these ideas that you're not clear about, what if it will be harder for you to move forward? So what if it's about clearing all the thoughts that are there that keep you in that space of, oh, I don't know, that kind of blurry space. Yeah. So, okay. Wow. So what is the payoff of keeping you in that space of blurry space? And everything that is. William create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, there seems to be like this, I don't know, a sense of being okay with being like unsure or not really like this place of no man's land, or like this no movement kind of energy. And yeah, we can do the same thing with people that you may know in your life, or friends that you may have, or, are they still a contribution to you? Is there something, are you choosing, making other choices now that no longer, not to block them out, but you can still be an allowance of the people that are in your life. But what if they don't contribute to you in the way that you're moving, the direction that you're moving? And how much of that holding on to them just through the idea that this is what you should do, or they've been friends for so many years or whatever, how much of that is holding you back from really choosing what you could really choose? And how much of that are you using as an excuse not to choose the life that you desire? So everywhere that you're using your friends, family, and acquaintances as a way to not choose the life that you truly desire, and you're not willing to cut them loose, will you destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion?
Yeah. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You talk about
Yeah, just one more thing. And it doesn't mean that you have to ostracize them out of your life, or, they can still be in your life, or they can still be there, just having the allowance of acknowledging that, just having to acknowledge that, okay, having time with this person may not be supporting or contributing to what it is you desire. So you can just make the choice on a day-to-day basis. It's like, okay, if I'm going to go here, I know that this won't, if you ask questions, will me spending time with this person contribute to my life or not? And then you can go from, just basically ask questions about what it is that's going to work for you. Okay, so please continue.
Yeah, you talk about your book, and I remember for 10 years in my closet, my clothes, I was taking a pile in your clothes, about like this. From spring to fall, was putting in each closet and not touching it. And I was looking at the clothes and saying to myself, oh my God, I have to lose weight if I want to wear that. So one day I watched the TV show, and there was a ritual that Asian people were doing when they were, I think, from a childhood, when they were teenagers. So they had that kind of ritual. And I said, hey, why don't I do this with my clothes to do a ritual? I was not aware that clothes had a consciousness at that time, but I talked to my clothes. I put all my clothes to my bed and everywhere, because my bed was not big enough. All the clothes that I said, okay, that's enough. I'm doing this and I don't wear it for 10 years. So I'm giving it away. I'm giving these clothes away. And I talked to my clothes, and I told them, thank you so much. You helped me feel good. You helped me feel beautiful. Now it's time for you to move on and go to someone else where these people will have the chance to feel good. And that was so easy for me to let go of these clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of ritual could you do with the thing that we know? We often know what are the things that we won't use anymore. I remember that there was prosperity coach, feng shui coach, yeah, and prosperity at the same time. And she was saying, if you don't use your clothes for 1 year, why do you keep it? Just get rid of it. So, or you can ask your body, does your body desire to wear this anymore? Or if I choose to keep these clothes, what will my life be in 5 years? And if I don't choose, what will my life be in 5 years? And just trust whatever will be there for you, whatever awareness you will receive from that. And because it's so freeing when we allow ourselves to just let go of whatever we hold on to. So everywhere you hold on to, either an energy, clothes, people, and you keep that by holding on to it, that will create more for you. Wow. Will you now create and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pocket, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, that close is interesting. That's a really easy way, I'd say. Well, maybe it's not easy for everyone. I get that. Like some people, they really like to hold on to things, and they're valuable to them. I'm not saying get rid of the things that are valuable to you, just more the things that, like Edith was saying, like you were saying, it's like it doesn't contribute to you anymore, or just you're not wearing. And same with me in my closet. I still have things that I really don't like to wear, but I'm slowly, maybe more than slowly, getting things changed out and getting the clothes that I do wear. And there's like T-shirts that I really like to wear, or pants that I really like to wear. It's like this any day of the week, I'm sure my body's going to say, yeah, let's wear this pair of pants or this T-shirt. And some of the things that I have there are not that. It's like, oh, I guess I'll wear that. It's not really a joy to wear. And that can be like with activities or careers. Like for me, it's like if you're a humanoid, you've probably had more than one career, probably had a lot of careers. And there's something about having the capacity to do things that you've done in the past. And there's like this energy of holding on to the past for me, because I've done so many different things and I can do so many different things. It's like, does that really serve me anymore to do the jobs that I did before, or even to keep that idea in my head that maybe someday I'll be doing that again? I have a garage full of, not full, but I have select tools that I have for renovation. I've had these tools now for, I don't know, a long time, that I've used over a long period of time, and I haven't done any of that work for quite a few years. I'm thinking, wow, I'm not ready to let go of those tools yet. And still there's this energy that part of me doesn't move forward because I'm still like keeping the, what do you call it, Edith?
The blurry?
The thing Gary says, that not the back door open, but
the fallback position.
fallback position. So for me, that's one of my fallback positions, is keeping my tools, my renovation tools, even though I'm not using them, even though there's probably the washers on the air guns are going bad and they're becoming useless because I'm not using them. I still hang on to those. I could sell those and probably clear out a whole lot of my life and be able to move forward in a different direction, which is what I desire to do. But yet there's still this energy of wanting to hang on to that, because it's like, maybe there's like not really choosing to move forward. So everywhere that you're using your fallback positions and not allowing yourself to move forward, will you please now destroy and uncreate all of that times a godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, bows and beyonds. And your home, your house.
Mm-hmm.
Does your house contribute to you? Did you give your house a mission? Did you ask your house, the walls of your house, to contribute to you, to your being, to your work at the same time? Because everything has consciousness. And if you allow yourself to open up to everything that is around you and talk and ask questions about it, you could see that if it's there to contribute to you. Is your furniture, does the furniture still contribute to you? Is there some part of your furniture, or is there some of your furniture that is ready to move on and go and help someone else, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And what about the decoration? Do you have picture on the walls? When you look at them, what is the energy that come out of you? Is it memories? Is it something that made you feel good? Is it regrets? Is it sadness? You know, do you have the picture of your mom and your dad that passed away a few years ago? And if it is, that's fine. This is about the energy that it creates for you when you look at it. You know, it's about that. It's about what kind of energy would you like to create in your house? What is required here to refresh the energy of your house? Or you can ask your house too. What is required here to refresh your energy?
Mm-hmm.
So everywhere you believe that your house is in a certain way and it's this way and it cannot be changed, or you cannot move on, this is the way it is, this is four walls and I cannot change anything. Well, you know, and create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. If that's true, give me a call and I'll sell you some renovation tools and you can move those. That'll help us both out. I think your mic is scratching on your collar, sweetie.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Also, that can work with food. Like, you know, we all grew up eating a certain kind of food and having a certain kind of like, let's say, comfort food that is there. And maybe we just got into the habit of eating what we ate as a kid, and maybe our body doesn't really desire to have that anymore. And what is it? Again, it's just really about asking questions. This is all this is about being aware, being present, and then just moving forward through your day and asking questions, just getting in the habit of asking questions. Okay, what does my body desire to eat today? What does my body desire to wear today? Where do I desire to be today? Who do I desire to hang out with? Those are all questions that is really about spring cleaning, whether we're doing it in the springtime or we're doing it in the winter. It's really just about continuing to ask questions. And we're just focused on it more about it today because it is getting close to spring and the idea of spring cleaning. And for me, it's like it really helps to boost me moving forward. Is like tackling an area, like if it's books or clothes or food or whatever it is, like even like your pantry, clean out your pantry and see if you desire to have those spices that you've had for 10 years, you're gonna use those anymore? Maybe not. Maybe give them to somebody else. So also any kind of points of view that you have that you've held on, or maybe belief systems about, like recently I had this, here's a good example. Edith's mom makes this rhubarb strawberry pie. And when I was a kid, I despised rhubarb. I just could not stand it. It's like horrible. So I went through acupuncture school, and there's rhubarb is called ma huang, and it's a Chinese herb, and it's extremely bitter, and it's good for the liver, and it helps to cleanse and all that stuff. But the way I still know it was rhubarb. I'm not eating rhubarb because it's just horrible. And that was probably when I was 10, and I hadn't had a piece of rhubarb since then because it was so bad. It was my neighbor at 10 that made this rhubarb pie that I just could not stand. Well, your mom was like, she makes this rhubarb pie with strawberries.
I think she bought it though.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
anyway, He has this rhubarb strawberry pie. And I told myself, no, I don't want strawberry rhubarb pie. And it kind of got to be a joke about, like it would, there's rhubarb pie or there's rhubarb in this, whatever. And then I was like one day, why am I stuck on this point of view? Maybe my body just maybe love rhubarb. So just the other day, she made some, we were visiting. I said, hey, I'll try some rhubarb pie. And I had some, and it was fine. It wasn't like spectacular, and it wasn't horrible. It was fine. It tasted good. And maybe I'll have some more. It's like my body was like neutral about it. It wasn't like repulsed by it or anything. I was just like, wow, that's really interesting that so many years I've had this point of view that rhubarb, that I did not like it. And I had this little bit of energy that I was carrying through decades of my life, that I was saying that rhubarb is not going to be entering my body. Thank you very much. And how much energy did I free up by saying, hey, I'll try it. Maybe it's good. So everywhere that you've been stuck on ideas from the past about what you do and do not like, and what your body does and does not like, or what it's allergic to or what it isn't allergic to, not to say you shouldn't go against that. But everywhere, all the points of view that you have about that, will you please destroy it and uncreate all that times Godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds, and your body.
Mm-hmm.
Your body is the most important instrument you'll ever known. Are you at ease with your body? And if you're not, what will create more ease for you? Is it about taking action to change it, or is it about taking action to change your thought about your body? You have had these judgment conclusion about your body for how many years now? Or how many lifetime?
Mm-hmm.
So does that work for you? Is it time to go beyond this? Stop holding on, not stop, but keep holding on to your hopes and dreams about your body, and let go of all that in order for you to create more ease with whoever you are today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what is it that you want to create in your life? Is it to continue to judge yourself? Is it to continue to conclude about, judge and have conclusion about you and your body? Or do you desire to create more ease? I don't believe that by going to conclusion and judging you and your body will create more ease. If it is, we're not living in the same universe, because we either judge or we are grateful for our body. We cannot have both together at the same time. Mm-hmm. So it's about choosing. What kind of future would you like to choose for you? What if it's about letting go of all your hopes and dreams, conclusion and judgment about your body? What if it creates ease, and then from there your body could change? By holding on to, that's the thing, that's the lie that a lot of people keep themselves into. By holding on to things, they believe that they will create it. But it's not how it works. It's about letting go of all that. And I heard so many stories about people who just desire to move on with their life, and just desire, and they stop holding on to things. And this is where everything just have been created once they let go of everything. So what would it take for you to choose whatever will create more for you with ease now? Yeah, and have the courage to do it. It takes a lot of courage to let go of our hopes and dreams and our judgment and our conclusion. It's about, hey, I desire to create a new reality for me. I desire to create something new here. What if it's time for me to try something else? And everything that doesn't allow that, well, you don't create and destroy it all times a Godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, Edith, I like what you said about that, because it's probably, well, it's interesting that we really create a lot. We could have a life creating from all these conclusions and being busy about things that we don't want, things that people we don't want to be around, things that we're not happy about, things that we are acknowledging that doesn't work for us, and all these things that we can be really busy doing all that. We can create a life just in this place of telling us everything about what we don't want. And it's really interesting because it's like, I don't think we've really had as a society a lot of practice in saying what we do desire, because usually when I've worked with people and I'll say, okay, what is it that you truly desire? And then usually they'll begin to tell me what they don't want. Well, I don't want this. Okay, what do you do? What do you want? And, well, I don't want to. Okay, but what do you want? And it's like a place where you have to practice. We have to choose this and continue to practice, because it's not necessarily something that we're very good at. Because I know that my life in the past, I've done so much of the thing about what I didn't want and acknowledging what I don't want, and going down this path of just creating a life based on things that I don't want, things that I would like to be different, but not creating more than what I'm like disliking. So what would it take to balance out the scales and even like bring the creating my life way up here, and then the things I don't like, let them drop off? And so just coming from a place of asking questions, and I'll have that. Okay, I'll have that. I'll have more of that. I would like, what would it take to have more of that? Instead of like, really, I really don't want that. I would never want to do this again. But everywhere that we can move forward by asking questions and really being clear about what it is that we desire. And everything that doesn't allow us to choose that, please destroy and uncreate all that times Godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I asked before, what is the energy you would like to create in your life? And if it's hard for you to know, should I keep it or not? Well, ask yourself, what is this energy you would like to create? If it's ease, lightness, okay, if I keep this right now in my life, does it create ease and lightness? And if I choose to keep this, will it create ease and lightness in my future? So that could be another kind of question you could ask yourself as well, to see if it creates whatever you desire. Yeah. And if you are in a space where do I begin? Because I have this sense that I have so much I would like to change in my life. What if it's about asking the question, hey, is there something that I can focus on for now, that I can change, that I can clear, that I can clean, that will have a domino effect on the rest? Yeah. And when I studied in coaching, what they said about, whatever whatever all these things that we say we have to do, and we tolerate them, and it's about begin by doing whatever is easy. And then by doing these easy thing, it will help you. You will have some kind of momentum, hey, I did that today. Hey, I can do this. And it has this domino effect as well. So, yeah. And I did it, and it worked very well. So, so what would it take for you to have confidence, to be confident about what you desire to choose for you in the future, and be confident that you will create it? And you will create it by asking questions. And what if it's about by asking questions and trusting the awareness that you receive? And everything that doesn't allow that, will you uncreate and destroy it all times a Godzillion.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. And what have you made so vital? What have you made so valuable about the things, places, people, and activities in your surroundings that is keeping you in the past? And everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all times a Godzillion?
Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And maybe the last thing I would like to talk about, in this reality, there is this thing about being good at something. What if it's about, you have natural capacities? If you want to create some ease in your life, and if you want to refresh your life, what if it's about choosing whatever is easy for you to do? If we look at Tiger Woods, the golf player, his weakness was the sand trap. And did he practice them? Not so much. He did whatever was required, to not be so bad, but he focused on his strength in golf. And look where it brought him. By focusing on your natural capacity of what is easy for you, this is where you'll create a greater life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What if it's not about, whatever is weak to try to waken up, to try to make it stronger?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's about, choosing whatever is, and sometimes the thing that you think is a weakness, what if it's a strongness as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I know that in my environment where I used to come from, well, in Canada, the government is about that. You have a weakness in this, take classes about that. What if it's not that? What kind of life you desire? Is it about to have that kind of excellence, or that a life that is like average? What is it? And and what would it take for you to allow yourself to trust that and all the walls that you put between you and your knowing, and create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Thanks for joining us for our show today, and we will be back again next week, same time, same day. And check out our website. We have other podcasts that we have on there. We have our schedule and some product and some other information. And I guess thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. Ciao. Thanks for listening, and please give us a honk of support by subscribing, commenting, and sharing the show with your friends. Or, if you didn't like the show, please share it with your enemies. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Thanks. Bye-bye.